On first down, it's Boyd. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
All day. Watch twist. Hey, fall.
Now Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Break the ready. Blue 80. 54 Mike. You run. Come on.
They'll run on first down. Boyd. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot and trying to get it outside.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Let's go one more. Jumping.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Second and 5. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down. Stanley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air on second down. Stanley. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter what.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go now. 15 line it. 16 line it. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Here I come again. Smooth. Here I come again.
Following the fumble recovery, Stanley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Ready? Black 25 behind. 54. Come on. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Winston, he's going to launch this thing way down. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Back to throw. Stanley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Charlie. He's checking credit. Now.
From the gun, Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st down, it's Boyd. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Jameis to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. On the carry, it's Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Recon, 132 fighter, 5.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons. Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun. Stanley looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off down. The 2.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Ready, black 25. 54. Let's go.
Out of his end zone, Winston. And that's caught by Smith. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Rick Lesson never asked the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to run now. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they're ranked dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
They'll run on 1st down. Boyd. And some space here. The 20. A big chunk of yardage there. 37 yards.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Boyd. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They find some open field here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33. And that play started back at their own 33.
1st down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They run. Cook. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bailey's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
General West. Mike, the Ringo 48. You.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Got some room at the 30. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 82 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will get him one closer. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. They run the counter. Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ready? White 25. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Winston now to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Winston. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Winston now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, here's Cousins, setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
218, jump. Listen to me. Hey, orbit.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins, and he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Darren Lee picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, here's Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 34 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw, Cousins. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On third down, it's Boyd. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 67 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. I got you, Pop.
On 1st down, Boyd. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Cousins now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. One last shot now for Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.